My Instagram Live. My name is Makita Waterman. I'm the CEO of Top Writing Services Incorporated. I'm super excited to talk to you about marketing that is costing you thousands, if not millions of dollars per year. And I came up with this topic because, as you're probably aware, I'm a consultant, so I spend a lot of time on some of the top social media apps. Hi! And as I'm spending time on social media apps, I check to see things that people are doing great and things that are potentially costing people opportunities to attract new clients and sell more products and services. So I'll go through a bit of what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to talk about SEO, the importance of SEO on all of your pieces of content on social media, as well as your website, blogs, or anything that you're putting out in the World Wide Web. The emotional intelligence that you, your team, or your marketing team needs to have to fully understand what moves people. And that's the true magic of marketing. Content that mentally and emotionally moves people. It's not kind of like how it was 3 years ago, where we can just wake up and say, let me take a selfie, I'll put it up there, put like a one-liner caption, and hopefully this will do well for my business. There's a lot of strategic thinking behind great marketing, not just from a Fortune 500 company level, but even a small business level. And the words and the content that you should be putting in your email marketing. And throughout this live, feel free to ask questions. I have no problem with pausing and answering any questions that you have about content that you've been seeing from me on my page. So let's get started. Search engine optimization, it's really, really important. It's not exactly quite effective here on Instagram, but apps like LinkedIn, I'll probably say Twitter, TikTok, these apps, these are just examples, as well as YouTube. These are really great apps for keyword placement. And when I say keywords, I'm talking about keywords in the back of your photos, as well as here, alt text they call it, keywords in your videos, keywords in your captions, keywords in any piece of content. Hey, how are you? To make sure that you are searchable and found by people through your website or even on LinkedIn. And I use LinkedIn as a great example because it's a fairly fresh app, so to say, as far as so many people using it these days. But your hashtag keywords are really important. I always stress, don't use random hashtags. Use hashtags that your customers are most likely using so that they can find you. Sometimes people get very confused about these keywords kind of thing. And I know with blog keywords, it's different. Like there are long form keywords, like maybe 4 or 5 words, and then there are short form, which are 2 or 3 words. But make sure that you're using the right keywords that your customers are searching for on social media, on the internet, on Google, and make sure that you're repetitively using it. Make sure that nothing that goes out, even a caption on TikTok, make sure you have those keywords, because the algorithm picks up what you're saying and it shows it to people that are searching and looking at these keywords. Hey Brenda, etc. In addition to using search engine optimization online on all of your pieces of content, whether it's your website, a blog, an article, your social media posts, IGTV, etc., emotional intelligence is really, really important. And I don't think a lot of marketers talk about this, maybe only like the best do. And I say emotional intelligence because I can put out a photo and 10 people will see that photo. 10 of those people might have a different reaction to that photo. Some of them might smile, some of them might laugh, some of them might think, this is weird, why is she sharing this? Others might share it, they might bookmark it and save it. So you really have to understand, what can I do or say? What colors can I wear? I purposely like to wear red. I'm wearing yellow today. I bought this in the Dominican Republic. I do this on purpose. Yes, I love bright colors. If you came to my home, you'd see my closet. I have an array of clothing, but I purposefully wear colors because I know naturally red people, I don't know, it's the color of love. It's the color of passion. People see these colors and it makes them feel a certain emotion. So with everything that you share on the internet, the filters you use, make sure that you understand that, for example, blue, in hospitals, I can't say for all of them, but most hospitals like to use the color blue. Blue usually signifies trust and loyalty. and some kind of commitment there. Green, the color of youth, the color of growth, etc. So be mindful of everything that you do, your color placement, and make sure that your captions drive excitement. I think you've been noticing past couple of days, my first sentence on my captions have an ellipses at the bottom of it, which is the 3 dots. And I do that on purpose because I don't want to finish the full sentence, because I want people to click on read more and read the rest of what I'm going to say. And I do that specifically because it's the power of marketing. It's the power of grabbing people's attention. It's the power of saying, okay, I looked at this infographic or this carousel or her video, but I want to read the rest of it. And the reason why you want people to spend more time on your posts is it tells the algorithm for every app, or it even tells Google, if you put out a blog on the internet and it's supposed to be a 3-minute read and people are only reading 1 minute of your blog because the first couple of sentences, the photo, the title doesn't grab people's attention, what will it tell technology? This is unimportant. Now, if you're putting out blogs and articles or social media posts and people are spending the exact amount of time that they're supposed to be spending watching your video, reading your caption, it tells the technology this is important. And it pushes your content out to more people. And that's how things go viral. That's how content goes, it trends. Because people are watching it over and over again, or a large number of people are watching or reading your content for long periods of time, making every app realize this is important content. Let me push it out to more of their followers. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining. Let me push it out to more people on the Explore page, or if it's a blog or your website, if people are spending 10, 20 minutes, hi, thanks for joining, on your website, and people are not exiting off of the homepage because it's boring or it lacks finesse, it tells Google, this website is important. Let me rank it on the top page of Google, right at the top, because for these specific keywords. So whatever it is that you're putting out on the internet, make sure it hits people's emotion. If you have, and you don't have to have big budget videos, big budget content. I can sit here and say that the Fortune 500 companies are putting out low budget content. I think they're doing that on purpose because a lot of these companies are watching TikTok. They're seeing the virality of videos do well. I was watching a TikTok video. It was a Revlon makeup video. And if you know Zendaya, the actress Zendaya, she was in Spider-Man and she's like this big A-list who used to be a Nickelodeon actress. She was doing this Revlon commercial, 15-second commercial on TikTok. And I was surprised it wasn't like this big budget TV commercial. It looked really low budget, like she filmed it with her cell phone. She was getting ready for some event. She put on the makeup. She put the camera close to her face. There was no high budget editing on clearing up some of the acne that I saw. It was really, really interesting. And so that should take some of the hesitation off of you creating content that's not picture perfect. I'm noticing Fortune 500 companies, they're doing this repetitively. They're creating content that you can literally do. Hi, thanks for joining. You can literally create this content in your bathroom, in your bedroom, in your basement, with poor lighting or decent lighting, and still get some traction. So it's really all about your headline. If you're doing a blog, it's about the caption. It's about what you're saying in the first 5 seconds of your video that really captures people's attention, makes them want to watch until the end. So there always has to be something in it. So when you're creating content, ask yourself, what can my audience get out of this video? What can they get out of this infographic? Is it shareable? Like if I put this out there, will they share it with their colleagues, their business partners, their friends, their family members? Will they bookmark it and come back at a later time? And I know it's so easy for me to kind of say that, but it requires a lot of testing. So the more and more that you test and see what works, you're checking your insights, your analytics on your website or on your social media posts, or even if you're doing email marketing campaigns, you'll know what's working and what isn't. What else can I say? Depending on your audience, if you have an audience of executives or maybe your audience members are high earners, highly educated people, these people care about 3 things most of the time. Cost savings, is it going to increase their productivity, improve their health, improve their wealth, improve their relationship problems, improve their beauty? Is it going to save them time? So when you're putting out a blog, an article, a video, you go live, talk about what are the time savings your product or service is going to offer. What life improvement is it going to offer? How is it going to help them increase productivity, increase their happiness, increase their quality of life? And how much money can they save, or how much money can they make? And once you consistently keep creating content that is of value to people, they will position you as the expert, and with time they'll come in your DMs, they'll send you messages, they'll refer you to people that they know because they trust that you are committed to adding value every time you show up on social media. Now, that's not to say that you can't do about me videos. As you can probably tell, every Monday I do an about me video. I make it personal. I try to do these videos twice a week. Hi, thanks for joining. Where I share an about me video, but I don't want to make it about me. So most of the time you're going to see my content adding value, giving you insights, showing you trends, letting you know things that you might not know, so on and so forth. So try to keep that in mind. If you have high earner audience, if you have earner audience members that are highly educated, they're going to care about time savings, what's in it for them, how much money can they save, how much money can they make. Will this improve whatever product or service that you're offering? So just make sure that your content is all about your audience, because that positions you as the expert and it helps you get noticed. Now to email marketing campaigns, and if you have any questions, leave them below. Even if you see something that's non-related to what I'm talking about, I'm here to answer questions. So email marketing is not dead. I say this a lot because I've talked to some companies, and a lot of business owners are focusing on like Google advertisements, Facebook ads, which is great. They're focusing on their social media, and maybe they do a little bit of email here and there, but email marketing is a very, very powerful marketing strategic plan if you're doing it well. So there's like small little pieces of email marketing. There's the subject line, which is very, very, it's the most important thing, because once somebody sees that subject line, that will make or break whether they open it or not. In addition to that, your subject line has to really catch people's attention. I really recommend that you make it short. Try not to put any exclamation marks. Don't put any bold letters in your subject line. Sometimes subject lines that are in bold letters are capital letters, shall I say. It could be coming across as screaming or being too aggressive. Your email body, when email marketing is concerned, you really have to look at the relationship that you have with your audience. So hopefully you'll have technology where when people are just signing up for your newsletter or your email campaigns or whatever the case may be, make sure that those new set of people that sign up for your email, if they're new, you got to nurture that relationship. You have to build that relationship. I mean, think about it. If you went to a networking event and somebody approached you because you did a presentation and you talked about, I don't know, you like eating at restaurants, and a restaurant owner comes to you and they have like a plate of food and they try to force it into your hand to eat it, you'd feel uncomfortable. So when you're doing your nurturing, you're building relationships with your emails, think of it that way too. So those sets of groups of people that are fairly new to your newsletter, you want to share, you want to do storytelling. You want to do DIY, mean do it yourself, tips and tricks that will go back to your website's blog. You want to introduce them to your new YouTube channel. Let them know you're on Instagram. Tell them about your cute, I don't know, Christmas video that you did, that you're going live, and things of that nature. So in the first set of somebody signing up for your email campaign, you want to nurture that relationship. Now, if somebody's been receiving emails from you for about, I'd say about 6 months, you can then start getting into a little bit more of selling, like 50% off, or you won't believe that we just got these chairs or this plant or whatever the case may be. So just make sure that you are doing some storytelling mixed with tips and advice. You can even take a blog from your website, put it in an email and send it out. You can put maybe a couple of subheadings, a couple of tips and advice. Don't share the whole blog, or you can share the whole blog, but I would probably share the first half of the blog, like the introduction, and then the first subheading and content, and then have a link that goes back to your website for people to read the rest of the blog. Other things that you want to do on your email marketing campaigns, if you're trying to, share an ebook, or you're trying to show a certain group of people that's VIP, a certain thing that's a launch that's coming out soon, maybe a little sampler, put at the bottom of your email, share this on Twitter, share this on LinkedIn, share this on Instagram. I know this is a lot of information that I'm giving you here, but the shareability is really, really important, especially on apps like Instagram, where the growth is not where it used to be 5 years from now. So that shareable content is really important. I think that's it for the most part. Most of what I'm seeing Fortune 500 companies doing is they are increasing the number of videos that they're sharing on their platforms. Hey Chris, how are you? Also too, they're doing collabs with influencer marketing. That could be small micro influencers, people that are pretty big in their city. If you're like a product-based company, or you have a restaurant or something like that, I'm noticing that people are aligning with influencers in their cities, foodies and things of that nature. Now, if you have a big budget, working with like a news reporter, or working with someone like a celebrity or something like that in your city that's well known, is another way of helping to build that brand and get in front of a new set of eyes that maybe your company wouldn't have not been able to reach, and so on and so forth. I think that's it for the most part when it comes to marketing trends. What else can I sit here and say? I think the more, hey Adnan, how are you? I really believe that the more accessible you are to your audience, like going live once a week really, really helps. And I know sometimes that's hard for some small business owners, because you might be introverted, or you're really, really good at accounting or selling, but you're not really good at marketing and kind of doing this hello kind of thing on Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn Live or whatever the case may be. But you want to show up for your audience. It really, really makes a difference when people that are following you can tune in every Monday evening or Saturday night, or so on and so forth. It can be a little uncomfortable for people to really want to buy from people that don't really show their face. So if you have a team, you have an extroverted team member, make sure that that person is the forefront of your company. If you have business partners, ask your business partners if there's a possibility that they can actually be a part of your online brand, and make your live streams all about your audience. Frequently asked questions, things that you have coming up in the pipeline. Hi, how are you? If you sell products, nothing wrong with just telling people a week in advance, I'm going live on Monday, I'm going to be doing a product presentation, have some customers in your store, or, have your children help you out. People love animals and people love children on social media. So make sure that you have a little bit of, something fun and exciting, some music in the background. Keep it fun, keep it light, keep it approachable. And that's really what people do. They buy from self-employed people who are approachable. Hey Christine, how are you? And everybody else on the line. People buy from people who are approachable. People buy from companies that are vested in their community. So if there's any way that you can do some community involvement, I know it's kind of hard to go out there, you got to wear a mask these days, but if there's any way that you can get out in the community, even if it's just, Easter, you go to a local soup kitchen and you drop off some canned food or something like that. You and your children or your family or your employees, show that, go live and just show that, show that you're giving back to the community. And if you're trying to tap into different diverse communities, go into their communities and speak to the rabbi at the synagogue, or speak to, local community members or mayors and people like that. I'm good. It's great to see you in real life. Ah, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Showing up here every Monday, doing my best to just do these presentations and answer questions. I know sometimes I share some carousels and 15-second Reels videos, but sometimes people really need to jump on these lives to get a full understanding of what I'm really talking about. So yeah, wow, I've never really talked about community involvement and stuff like that, but just go live, randomly go live. If you're at a restaurant with your kids, go live for 10 minutes. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be all done up and perfect and, professional. If you are one of those people who sell products and you're going to the warehouse, or you're going to the Amazon warehouse to pick up your box, just randomly go live. You know, ask the person at the counter, hey, I have a business, can I go live? Can I show your face in it? Cool. They give you the box, you open it, you're smiling, you're happy, you get to your car. As soon as you take off, all right guys, I gotta get home now. Thanks for joining me live. I just picked up the new products and I'll have them on my website soon. So I think the more casual that you can create your marketing message and your whole vibe, I feel like the more people will feel like they know you, almost like an online friend. And once you can get to that level of personal branding, marketing becomes, it's not even marketing anymore. It's just you living your life, showing it on social media and showing up for your audience in a way that's authentic and true to your voice and what you believe in. And showing people something that they wouldn't expect is really, really powerful too. So here, I'll stay here for a good 5-10 minutes. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the things I talked about. I'll just summarize. Most of what I talked about was search engine optimization, making sure to use the right hashtags that your customers are using to get discovered, using keywords on your website, in your blogs and articles, and anything that you put on the internet needs keywords. Even if you're putting up a photo on Instagram, you should be putting keywords in your alt text for the hearing impaired and the people with disabilities that might not be able to read, or maybe they're using some kind of technology that Instagram gives to people with disabilities. When you're putting out your videos, use subtitles, use captions. There are free apps that offer it. I think the downside to that is they can capture the video. They might be able to use that for promotion, but at least you're getting free captions. And make sure that all your content is searchable. And then with respects to emotional intelligence, understand that people buy based on how they feel. And sometimes people buy out of convenience, but most of the time there has to be some mental or emotional connection to your company and what you're offering that makes people feel like, out of the millions of other people in your city or across the globe where they can buy XYZ, you're the best person to buy it from. And then last but not least, your email marketing. Make sure your subheading is eye-catching. Make sure that you're nurturing and building relationships with people that first sign up. And another trick on email marketing, Sundays are pretty good days to send out emails. I also believe that I think Fridays are really good days. Friday mornings, Sunday mornings are really good days to send out those emails. Make sure that the body of your email, there's some storytelling, you're giving DIY, do-it-yourself tips and tricks. And then the further on to nurturing that relationship, maybe 3-6 months in, start going into the hardcore selling. 60% off. This is the new product and service that we have to offer. You know, and let people know that you're on Instagram, LinkedIn. Tell people about your new blog post. Take some of those that content from your blog post, maybe the first 2 paragraphs, put it in that email body, and then refer, you know, click link to read the rest on our website. And at the end of your emails, always make sure that you have shareable links, like share this if you like what you saw. Feel free to share it on Twitter. Feel free to share it on LinkedIn. Feel free to share it on Instagram. And yeah, and community-based branding really helps with marketing too. Go live randomly while you're buying your products for your, even if you're just buying products online, doesn't matter. Get open that laptop and just put the phone right beside you in a well-lit place in your home, or whether you're on the beach or you're outside, and show people the buying process and how you choose your products and what new services you have coming down the line. Be approachable, be accessible. That really, really helps. All right, everyone. So thanks for joining me, Christina, Adnan, and anyone else who's on the line. Chris, Charicel, anyone else on the line. Brenda, if you're still there. I'm going to get going now. I don't see I have any questions here. But thank you so much for joining me. As you know, the Canada Business Show continues. So if you're an entrepreneur in Canada, or if you know somebody that would like to be on the show, let me know. And every Monday, I'm going to be doing Instagram Live Monday presentations. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to share, but on Wednesday afternoon, I will share that in a carousel, letting you know what my topic will be for the following Monday. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Have a good night, stay safe, and hopefully I'll chat with you soon. Take care. Bye.